Hello and welcome to what I call a new video. Today we are going to be talking about artificial intelligence. Or more specifically, that we are all doomed. See, I'm not a particularly big fan of calling it AI. Because you see, the only reason we're calling all of these models that have been coming out AI is because it's commercially more viable to call it an AI rather than a large language model and an image generation diffusion model. There is no artificial intelligence in there. See, the thing I'm looking forward to is an AGI, which is an artificial general intelligence, and the thing that has been in movies for literal decades. It's an AGI, not an AI. But we have to make this distinction now because capitalism. Now, I'm not a particularly huge fan of this AI thing. However, staying uninformed and stupid is perhaps not a very good idea when faced with something you don't particularly enjoy. So, what is this? See, we will be focusing on two separate parts of this whole AI thingy. The text generation and the image generation. See, they are very different, but also very similar. They both work on the same pretext, meaning they need a prompt, a model, which form an input, and that forms an output. The prompt is whatever the human that interacts with the AI writes to the AI. The model is the model that already has all of the information, all of the context of what even, the human language is, which is needed for the prompt, which then forms the input into the AI, and out of a combination of the two, it forms the output. Now, you might be asking, what is in this model? Well, an image model is a little bit different from a text generation model, so we'll be going over an image model first. See, an image model requires two kinds of inputs. A picture input, and then a label on said pictures. An image model actually needs more human interaction than a text model. Because a large language model just gets the input and then, out of contextual clues, gets the output. And if there is another fucking phone notification, I'm gonna kill myself. And that's why I don't want to call it intelligence, because a large language model doesn't actually know anything. It just gets the context of whatever it has been given and then applies it to a prompt. If all of the English literature is just thrown at you like this, and then suddenly someone says a line, for example like, "Hi, how are you?" Then you can see that in some parts of the English literature, people reply to "Hi, how are you?" with "Hi, I'm good." And then you're like, "Hi, I'm good." That's what the model is. That's how LLMs work. Just like with an image model. Image models get a label on every single image, and then they're like, the prompt says they want a dog standing on two legs. Now let me look through my images. Dog, two legs. Okay, let's combine them, and then you get an abomination. However, this has been solved. And now we're going to talk about how AI images have been solved. Now, you may be confused about this because you always see these goddamn shitty-ass Facebook images that are barely, functional as an image. But in actuality, fun fact, it's already been solved for a while. There's this program called Comfy UI. Basically, it gives you a web UI where you can easily generate images locally on your PC. But for that, you need to have a model. Where do you get models? Well, you get models on Civet AI. What is Civet AI? Civet AI is an online platform where you can not only share images, but also share models. And most importantly, download models. And Civet AI has been booming ever since the first big open source model. For you see, stable diffusion is a thing that happened. Unfortunately. Before that, AI image generation was kind of gate-kept away from the public. However, due to stable diffusion doing this whole open source thing, now everyone had the source code of literal image generation with AI. So they could just, repackage it, make it a little bit better, brush it up a little bit, and suddenly you have giant fuck-off models. And then you put them on Civet AI and suddenly anyone can download them when they download Comfy UI. But maybe they don't have an art style you like. Maybe you specifically want an art style that is actually good for your eyes. Well, then you can pick up another thing from Civet AI and not just a model. See, this is the normal lineup. However, we can change this lineup with a LoRA. If a model doesn't have a particular character you want, do you want Misty from Pokemon and have a model that doesn't know what Misty from Pokemon is? Well, just download a LoRA for Misty from Pokemon. Or maybe you want a specific thing to happen inside of your image, but the model you're using doesn't have that understanding of the thing you want. Maybe you download that as a LoRa. Maybe typing is too much for you. Do you want a slider instead? Maybe download that as a LoRa. And yes, there's a slider for fucking everything. That's gotta be illegal. So, once you've gone ahead and downloaded everything you want, set up Comfy UI, which takes like 20 minutes at most, you can go ahead and generate your image. But how do I make a prompt? There's this new job called prompt engineer. How could I possibly learn all of the nuances of prompt creating? You don't need to do that. See, we go back a step to Civit AI. The prompts there are literally just there. You can just read them. Just copy the parts that apply to all images. It's not that deep.
You really need the prompt engineer to use AI in the best way possible.
No, you don't. You don't. You simply do not. We're cooked. See, with this thing, with LoRas being specialized on literally everything possible, and with you being able to train a LoRa in half an hour if you have a good enough PC, you literally can say that AI images have been solved. Because you see, if you want to train a LoRa yourself, if you want a person, if you want to, copy a specific person, you need like 20 pictures of them. 20. To copy a person potentially infinite amount of times. If you want a specific art style, you need 50 maybe. You can literally copy any person on the world, use a slider to make them a child, and then make fucking porn of them. And you can do that in a fucking afternoon. So yeah, AI image, they're absolutely cooked. AI image models are solved, large language models are solved. The only things we haven't solved yet are AGIs, which is the thing I want them to solve, and videos. But, fun fact, in December of 2024, there was actually something new that released. Do you want to know what that was? See, fun fact, in 2024, they released an open source video generator on Civit that anyone can download. That's step fucking one to solving it. So, it took about, I don't know, 1 year, maybe 2, to actually solve this whole image thing. I wonder how long it'll take for videos. I sure hope it takes fucking centuries. So, this entire video was just me trying to explain away the fact that we are absolutely fucking cooked when it comes to AI. Or at least this new form of AI. Or maybe if you're a tech bro, this is the best video of all time for you. Because, you just figured out that you can make child porn. Guys, maybe. And yes, fun fact, doing that is illegal. Because people have been arrested for that already. Just a fun fact. If you're saying it's not real children, where's the harm in it? You are the problem. You're part of the problem, and also it's illegal. People have been arrested for it. So yeah, I want to die, but my fit goes absolutely goddamn hard. Cue the clown.